Hey everybody, welcome to BRITS React. You're me, BP1 and BP2, and we are here with Undertaker and Mick Foley reliving their infamous Hell in a Cell match.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, we haven't done WWE on the channel before.
No, we have not.
And we thought, why not? Let's jump in, because it's something that I used to look at this. This is from 1993.
Is that me? 1993 edition. Okay.
93. Okay. Which
okay, that's pretty.
This,
right.
With the Hitman Hearts on there. All
okay.
sorts. I mean, there's some classics in here. There's some absolute classics. Do you remember Hulk Hogan? You can't not remember.
Hulk. Yeah, I know Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
Yeah, we got the Hulk in there.
Okay.
Who else we got? High Energy, the Nasty Boys, Beverly
Nasty
Brothers.
Boys, I remember. Don't know those.
Old Money Inc. with old Ten Diabassi. Steiner Brothers, Head Shrinkers.
Head Shrinkers, remember them? Yeah.
Those?
Well, my kids were more into it than they had it on. I remember the Undertaker and the guy that used to do the Worm.
Lex Luger.
Lex Luger. No.
Mr. Perfect. Do you remember Mr. Perfect?
Remember him? Yeah.
Mr. Perfect, Repo Man, the Tanker,
Brilliant.
Crush, Bam Bam Bigelow.
Bam.
The old fire, remember Bam Bam, Papa Shango, Shawn Michaels, Yokozuna, Doink, the old clown in there.
So where?
And this was my favourite, and this was the Undertaker.
All right, okay.
Because it's the only one I think I actually completed all the stickers for in this back in 1993. Hitman Heart was obviously a bit of a classic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is legendary, and it's my history to watch a bit back with these guys.
Okay.
Because they're proper athletes, and when you're a kid, they're just superstars.
Yeah.
You don't appreciate actually all the athleticism and
all the work that goes into it, basically.
For the show, isn't it? It's an entertainment show. It's and it's awesome, really. So we thought we'd have that one for you today.
All
we'll
right.
get into it. Let's just have a chat about it. Whoa! Off the top of the cell. I mean,
honestly, I did not.
I mean, look how high it is.
He hit and finally started moving around, and I was like, man, that's one tough son of a gun right there.
Well, a ton of son of a gun, yeah, to be thrown off at that height.
I was high. 1998. The single most shocking moment in W. All right, okay.
Incredible.
Well, my feud with The Undertaker had actually ended a while earlier. I thought we were entering a match cold. I thought my character had been through a lot and people had lost interest in it.
Yeah.
After watching the first ever cell match between Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, I realized I was in a terrible predicament to even try to approach the level that they had reached was going to be very difficult. And I just didn't see how it would be possible without something special.
That's still going to work, isn't it?
That mankind will have a surprise for everyone that you will not soon forget.
If we can do something special, if we can start a match in a way that no one ever has, maybe we can fool people into thinking we're having a great match, even if we're not.
Right, okay.
I'm not sure exactly what had happened, but Undertaker broke his foot. And we weren't sure, how that was going to play out. Yeah, I did happen to have a fracture in my ankle. It was such an important time.
And still doing it.
Your body.
You had to do it. Yeah. So, I mean, you just grit your teeth and go in there and do what you do.
That compounded the troubles that
I can't get out of bed when I got a cold.
We were facing. Yeah, the Undertaker and I reminisced about that a couple of years ago. Like, what were we even doing in that situation? Like, and yet he willingly entered it with a broken foot, which speaks volumes as to what type of competitor he is.
Oh, he's an amazing competitor.
The Undertaker is here, and he's walking with purpose. Oh, this is going to be bad.
I don't remember the build-up to that day, other than being approached by Mr. McMahon.
Huge, yeah.
And him asking me if I had been up on top of that structure earlier in the afternoon. And I assured him I had. which was the biggest lie I'd told up to that point in my life. And then he asked me if I was comfortable up there, and I assured him I was, which became the newest biggest lie I'd ever told in my life, because if I had ever gone up on top of that structure in the afternoon, I wouldn't have been scaling it that evening, because it was terrifying, absolutely terrifying. Yeah. I know there are people in the WWE Universe, superstars, who are not afraid of heights.
He's up there already.
I'm not one of them.
King of the Ring, 1998.
Wow, Super Arena, Pittsburgh.
The reaction, even with a normally hot crowd, was a little bit lukewarm until we got up on top of the cell.
You see, he's not moving very well, can you? There.
What's he doing?
Well, Mankind, he starts. I mean, obviously they start in the ring.
Yep.
He's not very logical.
But he's climbed up straight away.
Gone straight up onto the top.
I mean, that sound when you're a kid watching that, I mean, just the goosebumps.
Really? Okay, that's the Undertaker's entry.
Undertaker coming out, yeah.
Crap. Am I going to be able to get up there? You know, the answer was yes, because I don't know how. I mean, I would have got up there. I don't care how, but I would have got up there.
With all them people.
It was definitely an exciting way to start off a Hell in a Cell match.
Oh my God!
Start out on top.
So they got to be like stuntmen as well, haven't they? You know, they got to know how to do all the falls and everything.
Absolutely.
The mesh, like we're tearing holes in the mesh as we walk.
Okay.
Should have been a harbinger for even worse things to come.
I mean,
they're destroying the Hell in the Cell, and my God, don't get them over here where we are.
I still remember clearly the distinct sound of the wire coming unwound or breaking from the pressure of our weight. Well, funny enough, I felt safer on the edge or the poling of the cage.
Yeah.
And I just remember getting a couple of really quality chair shots to the back.
Chair shots?
Jerry Lawler said,
"It puts goosebumps on my back there. It makes the hair on my neck stand up. I like it."
I like it.
I mean, it's unbelievable, isn't it, really?
The next thing I know, I was in flight.
Oh. Whoa. That is a long way to fall.
Yeah. Oh. And like I say,
everything you
they haven't practiced that.
Was spontaneous and real. So that call has a pulse.
I cannot believe it's over. That cage is 16 feet high.
When I tossed him off of there, and you know, as I was watching him fall, and it seemed like it took forever for him to hit the table. It was like only thing I could liken it to is whatever an outer body experience. It was so crazy, and it was so loud in there with the people. At that point, nothing like that had ever been done.
Believe me, I was almost having a heart attack. Watch what was going on, and I got to Mick. I'm asking him, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And he gave me the sign there that I can continue, which.
Another lie.
He said something kind of quietly, and then I heard him say it again, my shoulder. So I called for a stretcher, and in order for the stretcher to get there, we had to lift the Hell in the Cell up. So with the Undertaker still on the top of the Hell
still on the top.
Still on the top.
Started moving upward.
Wow.
Where's the cage racing? Do they realize the Undertaker is still on top of the cage? They're racing the cage with the Undertaker still on top. What?
Wow. I mean, you got to do what you got to do,
I know
isn't
they
you?
raised the cage, but I was kind of oblivious to it, really. I was so zoned in what we were doing at that point. You know, I'm kind of up there without any kind of communication with anything or anybody.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, I guess I'm not going anywhere till they bring me down.
That McMahon, is it?
Vince McMahon.
We got Mick about halfway back. He started saying, "No, I want to go back. I want to go back." I said, "No, you're not going anywhere. You're going back You know, he's going
wants to go back. He's getting up.
The next thing I know, Mick jumps up. He started climbing up to Hell in a Cell again.
No.
He started going up to the top.
He's going up to the top.
Hell is he standing? Oh my God! And notice he's got a smile on his face. For God's sakes! Are you kidding me? He wants to go back up.
Oh man, really?
The Undertaker. No way! How can he climb? How can his body? Oh my God! The Undertaker's got the chair.
I mean, they must have a chat. There must be some sort of communication at this point, surely.
Everybody in the building thought the match was over. I didn't know for sure if I could, but I said I was going to give it my best try. But by the time I got to the top of the cell, I was just about out of energy. So I look back and I wish that I'd had the strength and the energy to exchange with the Undertaker, but I'm thankful that I didn't in retrospect, because if I'd had the strength to exchange, I also would have had the strength to get off the cell for the choke slam.
Oh, the choke slam.
Oh no, it gets even worse.
That's it, he's dead.
That's it, he's dead. Oh no.
So
wow.
I mean, to play it out like that, I mean, that first fall at that height, to actually be all right enough to go back up, because I'm guessing that the way it played out, someone was always going through that. So
yeah,
but it's so impressive, isn't it? It's so impressive that the
well, yeah. I mean, the level that that they'll go to for us entertainment value, really. You know, I mean, other than sort of driving and things like that, where you're putting your body on the line, but most sports are pretty tame. I mean, American football, AFL, those type of things, you're getting slammed about a bit, but this is kind of not even on, it's for entertainment, really, and they're really going through the mill, aren't they, to keep the crowds entertained. Gee up.
I mean, and they're not light, I mean,
no.
Mankind and Undertaker, they're big, tall, big individuals.
Yeah.
It's not just a saying. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. Literally, the harder you fall. And that is, to get up from that and to carry on playing the sport, it's unbelievable, really. I mean, it's such great entertainment value as someone in the crowd. It's just awesome, isn't it? Woof woof.
She agrees.
So yeah, the Undertaker, he's a legend.
I mean,
really.
What kind of money are these guys on to be bashed around like that? I mean, you're not on millions like
I think.
Not like NFL players, though.
Oh,
surely.
No, not to that level, for sure.
Oh, goodness. All right.
If you enjoyed the video today, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. And if you haven't
new to me
before, do subscribe. Subscribe with us at BritPop's Reaction. We react to everything. It just so happens at the moment we're reacting to WWE. But you can let us know in the comments. There's lots of stuff we can still explore with WWE. Maybe some of the classic matches. Let's go back maybe to this era. Some of the
what's
old.
going on now?
What's his name? Hulk Hogan and stuff like that. I'm sure I probably missed some of those as a kid.
Okay.
Some of the biggies. But yeah, let's do that. So make sure you join us. All right, let's see what happens then. So he's gone through.
Yep. He must be beat up by now.
King Lawler, he's dead.
Yeah. Somebody stop the damn match! Enough's enough!
I mean, what's he going to do? Is that it? Is he out?
He's broken in half! And the Undertaker likes it! But I think enough is enough!
Took their time getting in there as well.
Knowing what we know, and knowing that structure gave way, I believe that if I'd gone up in a way that I usually did for choke slams, that would afford me the safest landing on a mat inside a ring, that I would have over-rotated and landed high on my shoulders and likely never wrestled again.
Oh, right. Crikey, yeah.
I totally agree with that. We're talking a matter of a couple of inches, even the way he landed. I mean, that could have been catastrophic. I mean, it really could have. But I stepped off of the panel and onto the support bars. If I hadn't have done that, we'd have both gone through that together. So if you could imagine if I had stayed on that panel.
Yeah, true.
My weight would have probably been on him too. And then what happens? It's a scary thought.
Yeah, yeah.
It just was an incredible thud, and it just made you sick to see it. And we could see something, you know, in his nose. I remember punching him, trying to talk some sense into him, but also being just distracted by this huge, what I thought was a booger in his nose. Come to find out that it was one of his incisors that it went through his lip and ended up in his nose.
And I had the presence of mind to think that if I could just find a way to stick my tongue through that massive wound and wriggle it, that it would create a compelling image. I knew I was going to be okay.
Oh my! Oh. And he's smiling. He is smiling.
Oh my!
Mick had basically just had 2 really bad car accidents.
Yeah.
And still had the fortitude to get back to his feet.
He still carried on.
We're going to finish this. I mean, that's just another cut of human being right there.
You know what? I'm panicking. I really am. I don't know if I should just say the match is over, and then he grabs me and he goes, "Where are the tacks?"
Jeez.
Oh God! What is that? Thumbtacks.
What? Thumbtacks?
Pins?
Yeah, drawing pins.
God.
You know, just the glittery, the shininess of the tacks. And I guess in retrospect, we needed something like that, and seemed like a suitable way to end that match.
Really?
And then he rolls in them.
The tacks were probably the easiest part of the night.
It's all over his
It was
back.
definitely icing on the
And he's
cake
in his
for
arse.
him. He ended up in a bed of tacks, so it was a rough night for Mick Foley.
He was the one that put him out.
And even as Timmy White was counting
Oh,
3,
mate.
you know, that I believe
He
the right foot
tombstoned
was
him.
just kicking ever so gently to show like I'm not completely out of this ball game yet. Mike Chioda, who was not the referee of record, but he came out and told me they were bringing a stretcher out for me, and he said, and you can look on the video and you can see I lift my arm, and the reason I lift my arm is I didn't want anyone in Pittsburgh to see me talking. And what I said to him was, have I already been on a stretcher tonight? And when he informed me that I had, that right arm went up about 3 seconds after that for a second time, and I said, I can't be on 2 stretchers in one night. And I hobbled my way to Mr. McMahon's room.
We took him back and put him on a table. He went to let me know that his shoulder was hurt, but he smiled at me, and I could see, that he had a gash under his lip. They started stitching him up right there. Just an incredible sight to see.
Mr. McMahon sat me down.
Unbelievable.
And I remember those words specifically. He said, "You have no idea how much I appreciate what you've done for this company, but I never want to see anything like that again."
Yeah, that's above and beyond, isn't it?
That is above and beyond. I mean, we'll finish it off in a sec, but yeah, you're right. I mean, there's one thing where they know what's going to happen, and they it's there for entertainment value.
Yeah.
But having your tooth go through up, I mean, there's certain things but they just carry on, and I mean, hats off to them. Well, more for Mankind than Undertaker, but just incredible match, incredible.
But I mean, if that was a boxing match, that would have got stopped in the first round, wouldn't it? But after he fell off the top of the roof, because it was just like game over there. He's sort of gone through 3 car accidents in one bout. I mean, and then to add insult to injury, he puts the tacks down and ends up rolling around in them. I mean, what? It came. It's like,
well, it's part and parcel of the way it's panned out and the way it's planned. But I mean, it's.
That explains a lot about my kids and you, to be honest.
There you go. These are the sort of things, you know. I can't remember getting any tacks out though when we were sort of mucking about playing it.
Everlasting. Cool. It's in our minds forever, and it's like any other great event in wrestling or mainstream sports. It's that play that defined the game.
Yeah.
I couldn't ask for a better human being to do that with than Mick. These are things that, like I said, that I haven't really talked about. There's probably only a handful of people that I would, you know, open myself up like that to, he being one of them. It's really special to still be considered such an iconic match and one that people really, you know, have all these really fond memories of. That just lets us know we did something right.
Nightmares.
It was the reactions to the unexpected, and I think that element of surprise, it embeds it in people's minds so that anyone who was there in the venue or watching live when it happened will never forget that moment.
No, this I never saw that live.
Moment or series of moments has left this indelible imprint on people's memories. We're somehow able to create an image in people's minds that lives on and will outlive me and the Undertaker both.
Yeah, whoa. Impressive video. Hell in a Cell.
Oh, dearie me. Pay-per-view.
Cracking matches over the years. Yeah, it just shows their athleticism. I said to you before, didn't I? Ladder matches and all sorts were, you know. I think back then, in that sort of era, there was more or less on health and safety, you know, than there is now. I mean, that they are protected a lot more now. And back then, there was just crazy.
Well, like you say, I mean, the thing that got me there was they hadn't even practiced any of that or worked out what was gonna, you know. I mean, he said, "Oh, have you been up there?" Yes, I have. No, he hadn't. And then the next thing, you know, he's getting chucked off 16, 17, 18 foot onto a table, you know. So it's not like we've worked all this out, rehearsed it, know exactly who's going to do what. I just find it, you know, for the sake of entertainment, that's a bit mega.
That is over the top. Yeah,
it is
huge. To do what they've done.
No. Okay, there they go. Yeah, I say I wasn't really into it. My kids were more into it growing up. I thought about it on, but I say that explains a lot about how the way my children turned out.
There you go. Well, yeah, I mean, I was into it probably, you know, like this is 93, so early 90s, mid to mid 90s roughly, and then sort of didn't watch much of it after then. But I mean, that guy's been a legend, the Undertaker. I mean, he did it for so many years, just so impressive. Anyway,
there you go.
Thanks for joining us today. Make sure you subscribe.
Nostalgia Road.
Comments. Yes, we do more Nostalgia Road. Let us know out there, and you know, we'll do some more. So until tomorrow, and I can get you some more pictures of W stuff that I used to have. Until tomorrow, it's goodbye.
Still got the costume. Goodbye from him. Probably I've got some of them as well, to be honest.
I think I fitted it now.
He's a 20th century boy.